7, 6, 5, 4. We've gone for main engine start. We have main engine start.
Ladies and gentlemen, rock and roll.
This is it. Welcome to MTV Music Television, the world's first 24-hour stereo video music channel. Just moments ago, all of the VJs and the crew here at MTV collectively hit our executive producer, Sue Steinberg, over the head with a bottle of champagne, and behold, a new concept is born. The best of TV combined with the best of radio. Now, starting right now, you'll never look at music the same way again.
Hi, I'm Kelly Woodworth. I was a teenager in the 80s, and I lived in New Jersey. I think the first time I watched MTV, believe it or not, was at my grandmother's house. She had cable that had MTV. Obviously, music videos, we had never seen those before, so it was pretty cool to be able to watch your favorite song and see your favorite artist almost whenever you wanted because it was on TV. I guess just different artists that you liked. I mean, I remember watching Madonna and U2 and Duran Duran and things like that. I mean, it was just very different to be able to watch your favorite artist versus just being able to see it on the radio. And the other thing were the MTV VJs. Those were pretty cool. Those were like new famous personalities. I guess I remember Martha Quinn. I remember Downtown Julie Brown, Nina Blackwood. Obviously pop, what was popular. I mean, I remember watching the top 20 video countdown. That was like something you'd watch every week. Yeah, it was pop, so that was like Madonna, Michael Jackson. There was like the British kind of like new wave, I guess, synth pop, which was Psychedelic Furs, Duran Duran, Culture Club. There were girl rock bands, which was probably one of the first things you saw in the 80s, which was an all-girl rock band like the Go-Go's and the Bangles. And then there was obviously big hair, like heavy metal rock bands like Motley Crue and things like that. Oh gosh, I remember watching Michael Jackson, Billie Jean, Beat It, Thriller. Those were like, you know, you'd never seen anything like that before. Just, I guess, being able to see the clothes and the dancing, and, you know, there was a story to it. I mean, I also just remember watching Madonna and seeing, like, Borderline, watching that, like, over and over and over. Feels like I'm going to lose my mind. You just keep on pushing my love over the borderline. Big hair. It was kind of like big excess everything, bright colors, you know, neon colors. But there were like different styles too. I mean, some of it was like preppy, and then, you know, others of it was, gosh, I don't know, parachute pants and like fringe stuff and bangle bracelets, side ponytails, big hair bows. I mean, at that point I was in college, so I wasn't really sitting around watching MTV. I don't even remember if I had cable. Maybe the second half of college I think I did, but like, you know, my freshman dorm I didn't have cable TV, so, and there was like so much more to do. But it definitely changed. I mean, by then, you know, it was more like bands like Nirvana and Pearl Jam, and it was more like grunge rock. So I do remember The Real World coming out, and that was probably like the first reality show that was super popular on MTV, and, you know, we would watch it for a little bit, but I don't know, I was at a different place in my life, so at that point I wasn't really watching MTV as much. I think they probably influenced each other. I mean, you think about certain, I guess, like iconic 80s movies like The Breakfast Club and Ferris Bueller's Day Off and I don't know, Pretty in Pink, like all the John Hughes movies. There was definitely music that became popular, and I think, you know, the other medium was there were music videos that went along with those songs that you could see on MTV. Oh, definitely. I mean, I think, you know, again, just because everything became visual with music, and it was a whole different way for artists to, you know, get their music out there. It wasn't just on the radio anymore. And I think, you know, there were artists that probably became popular because of MTV and the way they were able to, you know, come up with videos that were popular that they might not necessarily have gotten radio play for.